Okay, good evening, everyone. Go ahead and get started here in just a second. Just wanted to fix one little thing in OBS, so here we go. And welcome to the live stream. So we are playing hopefully the second to last episode of Wytchwood. And I've kind of gone through and I figured out we are going to be finishing up with the cat. And then we are going to start on the second set. Echo still? What do you mean echo? How is there an echo? What are you talking about, Todd? Honey, what are you talking about? What echo? Is my voice echoing? Oh, great. I don't know. Hold on. Is that better? Is that better? Am I still echoing? Yes, it's better, or yes, I'm still echoing. Thank you. Okay. All right. Thank you. So we're going to go ahead and get started on the cat, which we have to, if I get this to a darker place, we need to talk to the unicorn in the market. How's everybody doing? Now I will let you guys know, Saturday, my stream will not be until noon Eastern time. I am taking part of a stream train, I guess it's called. And we are currently, I'll put it there, there's a GoFundMe that I'm helping bring people's attention to for Triforce, who is a content creator in the community. And so we're trying to raise money for him. There's more information on his page, so if anybody wants to go check that out. But Saturday I will be streaming a little later so that I can be part of the stream train. Not sure if I'm going to be able to do a redirect because I haven't quite figured that one out yet. But we're going to go ahead and head over to the marketplace and we're going to go talk to the unicorn. If I can remember where the market is. Is this? Nope, that's the village. Okay, I just gotta say this. Look at her little chicken feet. You got little chicken feet. I love her little chicken feet. So I'm thinking, and I want to know, would anybody be interested in me streaming a game called Dinkum after I finish Wytchwood? It's kind of like a Minecraft meets Animal Crossing. Okay, unicorn is over here, Katie. There we go. Hitched to a post, this tragic creature raises its tear-filled eyes at you. Despite its depressing appearance, you find yourself somehow feeling lighter. What on earth is a rainbow spirit doing in the midst of a market brawl? I thought your kind thrived on love and sunshine and all that kind of sappy drivel. Oh, sure, normally this market's a wonderful place to be, but lately it's been nothing but misery and unrest. Just look around. All I see are three little brats puffing out their chests and barking like mutts. Surely a hot meal and a good night's rest will cool their heads. I'm afraid it goes deeper than that. You see, all sorts of awful things have been happening. Vandalism in folks' gardens, trash in the well, wagon wheels tampered with, rumors spreading like wildfire about this or that, cheats and lies. Now I'm usually the one who keeps the peace around here with my trusty magical horn, makes the truth flow and keeps folks honest. But with all the deception and treachery in the air, it's as limp as a noodle. My powers are useless, and I'm not gonna comment. I'm going to keep my mind out of the gutter. A droopy horn is no laughing matter. Hi guys, hey Nuggy! Hey Dan! Let's see, I've got 2 commands I can use right away. I got one for Poppy. And one for Dan. Okay, a droopy horn is no laughing matter. If you had a bit of a pick-me-up, do you suppose you could get this place under control? I'm trying hard not to make a comment. Trying hard because I found out my niece is subscribed to this channel and they're minors, so. Sure as sugar, I just need some of my strength back. A good snack ought to perk you right up. We gotta make a rainbow roll. Hey, Lizette. Okay, night nuggies. Okay, so I've got to make a rainbow roll. How do I make a rainbow roll? Where is the rainbow roll? Oh, there it is. So I already have 2 glitter bombs made. Yay. I just need to make some dough. Do I have? Yep, I got enough for dough. So I did some... Night night nuggies. I did some off-screen collections. And one thing I did was I made a lot of jars the other day. I have 10 for water, and I have 7 with... And I now have 7 with milk in it. And then I have 6 more in my pocket. Okay, so we can go ahead and make the rainbow roll. Let's go ahead and... Okay, I crafted that. A good snack ought to perk you right up. There we go. Rainbow roll. The miserable creature dips its snout to investigate your tasty dessert. Is this for me? It troubles me to see a benevolent beast afflicted by such a melancholy. And the quicker that horn of yours works, the quicker we can sort out this mess. Throwing back its head, the unicorn swallows the odd confection without even chewing. The spots on its back glow a soft lavender, and its hooved feet levitate off the ground for just a moment. From above, a thin sliver of sunlight breaks through the clouds and sparkles off the unicorn's horn. Home? Oh my gosh, I need to read. I'm going to read. Momentarily blinding you in the dazzling flash. When you look back, the unicorn is happily wagging its tail at you. Its horn looks reinvigorated with a pearlescent sheen. Ah, that hits the spot. Looks like the old truth detector is working again. Well, what are we waiting for? Blast those fools. The unicorn lowers its horn and takes aim at the feuding shopkeepers. A long moment passes as the unicorn's body quivers with anticipation. Sorry. Wait, I swear this never happens. My powers are all charged up and none of them are actually lying. So they really did sabotage each other's businesses then. My horn will only be able to blast the lies out of someone who's truly false. As far as they know, they're each telling the truth. Which means someone else must be responsible for this mess. The feuding shopkeepers run out of insults to hurl at each other and all storm back to their businesses in a huff. I'll go investigate the scenes of the crime at their shops. Maybe I can turn up some clues. Okay, so we can go talk to the chandler in the candle shop, the baker in his bakery, or the blacksmith in his smithy. I think I'm going to talk to whoever I find first. And that's going to be the candle shop. The Undying Flame is the name of his shop. Okay. Get back here. That insufferable baker, I'll tear his nose off the next time I see him. Settle down, Master Chandler. You're being duped by a prankster. Ha, a prankster? It was the baker, I'm sure of it. I don't see no evidence to the contrary. You want evidence, eh? I bet there's clues around here that will unveil the real truth. Get some evidence or get out. We got to find the cat's confession. So we got here. Completely mundane. Petals and rodent lard. Perfectly ordinary supplies. Anything here? Perfectly ordinary supplies. Nothing out of the ordinary. Okay, there's gotta be something. Okay, completely mundane. Okay, I've like literally searched everything. Okay, let's look at that one. Perfectly ordinary supplies. Completely mundane. Perfectly ordinary. Okay, is there something I'm missing? Nothing out of the ordinary. Okay, I gotta be missing something. Okay, can't click on that one. Nope, nothing there. Nothing there. Nothing there. Nothing there. Oops, there we go. The bag smells suspiciously of sulfur and has shipping address stamped on it. Pier 3 Imports, Dockyards. Okay, Dan. So, investigate Pier 3 at the docks. And today I'm going to remember to use my map. Those little chicken feet running. Oh, he's so cute, this little chicken. Okay, so I'm not sure if everybody saw the post that I did or something I mentioned earlier. Salem is going to have surgery soon. He's got 3 teeth that are going to need to be removed for preventative reasons. But He's still eating. He gained half a pound in less than 2 weeks, so we're going to try to get the surgery done sooner rather than later so that he can just be quicker in getting back to normal. Okay, that dude scares me. Okay, wrong way. Leave me alone. Go away. Shoot. Took the wrong turn at Albuquerque. Where's that? There's Pier 3. Get away from me. I'm gonna say... Okay, I think it is in the... This is the shipping address for the sulfur crates, but you don't find anything incriminating. You do, however, spot something wedged between the watery piles of the pier. Something must have got knocked off the docks, or was purposely disposed of. Let's reel it in and take a look-see. You fish out an empty sulfur tin with the wad of wet paper stuffed inside. Though the ink is running, you can still make out the loopy handwriting. Another brilliant strategy by the world's most brilliant strategist. That's me, the cat. If you're reading this, then be sure to write my name down in the history books. This sulfur smells so rotten it will put those candlesticks the chandler makes right in the trash. He'll think the bakers did it when I dust the shop with flour. Well then, this is proof that Chandler is looking for. Take the confession. And let's go back. Let's avoid the crab. And whatever that sea monster is. There's the little girl from last week's episode. Another crab to avoid. I cannot believe the work week is half over with already, and it's only like the second day I've been at work this week. Okay. Turn to the chin. Some evidence. Okay, give him the cat's confession. The chandler's cheeks flush a bright red, stomping and shouting at the cat's confession. Why that yowling pest? That's my whole livelihood she's meddling with. You agree the baker's innocent then? Him? Ha! Looks like he didn't have a hand in this horrible crime, though his bread's still stale if you ask me. As long as you three put a stop to this ruckus, maybe we can put an end to this grudge after all. I'll keep my eyes peeled for that darn cat. She won't show her nose around here again, that's for sure. Okay, now we go over here and see if we can find some. There's a treasure chest. Is that open? Nope, can't do anything with it. Dang it. Anything over here? Oh, I found the blacksmith. The Iron Anvil. Cool names for businesses. Okay, let us chat. Arg, that blasted chandler, I'll wring his scrawny neck. Calm yourself, Master Blacksmith. You're being played for a fool. Ha! Fat chance. Only some hard evidence could ever convince me that it wasn't that blundering knave. If someone really has been sneaking around in here, there ought to be some clues left behind. Only evidence could possibly change my mind. Okay, let's go find the cats. Okay. Do I have anything over here to search? Nothing over here to search. Nope. Okay, let's look at this. Perfectly ordinary supplies. Nothing over there to look at. Some fireworks have been hastily shoved into this coal barrel. The tag on the fireworks reads, Property of Town Watch. If lost, please return to the village gallows. Okay. So we need to go investigate the gallows in the village. How's everybody doing tonight? Okay. Do I have an entrance to the... That is to the docks. Is a village. Okay. This is gonna be quicker to go this way. Much as I love seeing her run around on her little chicken feet. Okay, let's go find the gallows. I think they're down. The sheep are still having a party. You peer through the slatted planks of the town's gallows. It doesn't look like it's seen much use recently, thank goodness. The space underneath it is stuffed with evidence storage and parade decorations, including a box of dusty fireworks. An errant note catches your eyes, but you can't quite fit your hand through the wooden planks. Drat, I'll need something that's thin and grabby. Okay. I think that will... Yep, that's right. You pluck out the slip of paper from under the gallows. It looks like it's a torn notebook page, hastily stuffed in a crack, almost wanting to be discovered. If you're reading this, then you have no doubt been witness to my greatest crime spree. I, the cat, will be remembered throughout history as one of the greatest underground masterminds. The town flatfoots will never notice a couple of parade fireworks missing, and that blacksmith buffoon will lose more than just a few chest hairs. How arrogant! This proof ought to convince the blacksmith of the cat's involvement. Take the confession. Is there a quick way to the marketplace? Yeah, pretty much. Okay, let's do it this way. Our tie-dyed sheep friends? Almost wanted to start saying our tie-dyed cheap friends instead of sheep friends. I'm just kind of curious on something. Where is the bakery? Haha, missed me. Okay, there's the bakery. I just posted a poll if anybody would be interested in answering if it's about future videos for the channel. Okay, given the cat's confession. The man's beady eyes go wide with anger as he reads through the paper. Why is that no good cat? The whole market could have gone up in a big ball of fire. I take it you'll let the Chandler off the hook? Sure. Looks like he wasn't involved in this plot, though I still don't care for his candles much. Excellent! Maybe with you three at peace, we can get to the bottom of this. Okay, so all we have left to do is to go talk to the baker. What is the bakery called? Bake it till you make it. Grr, that oafish blacksmith just grinds my gears. I ought to give him a smack on the brow the next time I see him. Master Baker, please, settle down. You've been tricked. Ha! I very much doubt that. Only a fool would believe that story without any evidence. Fine, you want evidence? I'll get you some. The true criminal must have left clues around here somewhere. Well, have you got any evidence yet? Not yet. That was the bread, ordinarily perfect, or perfectly ordinary. Oops. This strange vase doesn't look like it belongs in the bakery, and there's still some bugs and dirt inside. The inscription on the side reads, Harold Grimes, 17XX to 17XX, hanged under the old grave tree for crimes he never committed. Okay. And I see a chest. Dough, moo juice, eggy. Okay, nothing else here. So we're gonna go visit the grave, which I need to then. Okay, so we are gonna need to change some stuff around in here. Okay. Instead of me trying to find it, let's just go use this. And just an FYI, once softball season is over with, I will be back to Tuesday and Thursday night streams, hopefully. Okay, Okay, so it's under the tree. So go ahead and put this back. Oh, yep, there it is. The crooked fellow peers at you as if you are someone else coming to make fun of his eternal predicament. You spot a piece of paper floating inside his translucent body. What you got there? Don't suppose I can convince you to cough up that paper, can I? Okay, we need spirit salts, yay. You sprinkle the exorcising salts onto the ghost. He sputters and sneezes up the paper suspended inside his head before going back to swinging as if nothing happened. Looks like a page from somebody's diary. My best plan yet. These grave bugs will make the baker's buns taste like embalming eclairs. I'll just dump the dirt out of this stupid urn to carry them. This should be proof enough to convince the baker who the real culprit was. Take the confession. I just had to get ahead. Village. So I have one more portal to open and about 60 some or 16 some odd potions and spells to learn. Not bad. Alright, let's get back to the baker. Given the cat's confession, the baker's brows arch in anger as he reads the cat's confession. That unrefined little urchin, how dare she tamper with my buns like that? You'll forgive the blacksmith then? Huh? Well, sure. Doesn't look like he was involved in this at all. Splendid. If you three can get along enough, we can bring the real culprit to justice. Okay, now that these three fellows have cooled down a bit, I better have a chat with that plump purple pony to figure out the best way to confront the swindler. Okay, so we're gonna go back and talk to the unicorn. Joy, you're back. Did you find anything in those shops? It would appear your market is plagued by the mastermind schemes of the cat. While maybe not so masterminded, she did leave behind a bunch of clues for me to find. As though summoned, a furry-shaped somersaults onto a nearby rooftop with a flourish. Nyah! I see you're a fan of my genius accomplishments. Well, you're in luck. Soon I'll have this whole village at my mercy. Quickly, your magic horn! The unicorn shuffles its stumpy legs to get a better shot at the monologuing feline. With a flick of her tail, the cat disappears, leaving only her voice cackling in the air. Nyah! You'll have to be faster than that, slowpokes. Oh no, I'm sorry. I'm not very maneuverable in high-pressure situations. Ah, don't fret. We just have to make sure she stands still next time. I should be able to concoct a tantalizing kitty treat strong enough to keep her attention. I'll set it up by that big statue there. You just get ready to fire. So, okay, I need to craft the feline curious. So, go to the grimoire. And there it is. I need kitty cat tree. Okay, got enough to make that. Then I need witch spice, and I've got enough to make that. And then I need a stuffed bird, and I have enough to make that. Well, I guess now I actually have to craft a curio, don't I? Okay. You craft a curio. Now what? You place down the scrumptious-looking cat tree and duck behind a pumpkin to hide. Within moments, you hear the telltale laughter of the cat over the marketplace stalls. Yeah! That's the best you could do? What do you take me for, a basic alley cat? You'll need more than a lump of garbage to catch me. Despite her lofty words, you see her eyes go wide and her tail flick at the scent of fish and catnip reaches her nose. Why, I'm no sophisticated criminal underlord the world has ever... Say, what is that? Luna? You give a signal to the unicorn, but see that the beast is still facing entirely the wrong direction. Ugh, I must do everything around here. You slap the unicorn on its haunches, jolting it out of a daydream. Huh? What? Oh, right, the cat. The beast carefully takes aim, making sure to account for the drag and wind speed direction. All right, I've got her this time. By the light of truth, I banish all lies from thee. A brilliant spark of rainbow light emits from the unicorn's horn and streaks towards the preoccupied cat. Ah, poor kitty. When the colorful smoke clears, you can't see hide nor hair of the cat. Only a smoldering pair of fancy leather boots remain near the statue. Wow, for a moment there, I thought all that talk about your magic horn was pure hogwash. I mean, usually it doesn't have such an explosive effect. I only meant to expel the lies from her, but I guess she was all lies? Didn't have a truthful bone in her body? Well, whatever the reason, I suppose she won't be blighting your market any longer. Yes, that's right. I can't wait for life to get back to normal. Thank you for all your help. You glance at one of the cat's boots slumped over on its side. I better go gather her up. Go. You pick up the smoking boots of the cat. A rainbow hue radiates off the leather. They smell strongly of feet and candy. The soul of the cat. Though you suspect she may have 8 more lives left. Okay, we got the soul. You sense the souls of the fish, cat, rat, and ram. Pulse with captive malignancy. The goat will be wanting to take custody of these 4. Best not keep him waiting. We completed his quest, so we're gonna go home. Welcome back, Dan. I did post a poll in the chat. We got the cat. We just finished the cat's quest. Took less time than I thought it was going to take, but we got her. And I did post a poll. I'm thinking about, after finishing this, playing a game called Dinkum, which to me reminds me of Animal Crossing meets Minecraft. And it's set in the Australian outback. So, if you guys are interested in seeing that, please answer the poll. But we're now going to get the 4 spirits to the goat so that we can start the last set of 4. So actually, this may not be the second to last part, unless I finish. Looks like I can do 1 tonight, and then I'll probably try to make it in such a way that I can finish the last 3 next week. I know I really don't need to do this, but I'm gonna do it anyways. Okay, where's that blasted goat? You must be inside. Return to the goat in the shrine. The goat snorts with delight at you. The goat snorts with delight at your approach. Wonderful! You've returned with more souls. These were even more troublesome than the last. I'll be glad to be rid of them. If you would be so kind, bring them to the shrine, then we will be one step closer to concluding our business. Bronze bell. The clanging of the ram's bronze bell rings out in your ears. Many voices chanting in unison, grabbing hands, trampling feet. The machinations of the cat unfold before you as her boots burn away before the shrine. Pieces moving on a game board, cheats, laughter, and lies. Rat nut. Sensations of the rat fill your mind. Tiny feet scratching at crumbling walls, digging cold earth, snapping brittle bones, taking, stealing, hiding. You hold your breath as the salty feeling of the fish washes over you. The sounds of creaking wood, jagged barnacles, crashing waves, fading light, betrayal. Your shoulders straighten as if a great weight is lifted from them. The maiden stirs in her sleep, troubled by fitful dreams. Only 4 more souls until our contract is fulfilled. But I expect it must have been a tiring day. Come, you should get some sleep. Yes, I could rest. Hey, Nyla! Welcome to the stream! Okay. Let's head on outside. We're getting ready to start the last 4 souls. You step out into the morning mist and find the goat with a mouthful of grass. Terrible tasting stuff. I don't understand this creature's appetite. With luck, you won't have to suffer with mortal whims of the farm animal much longer. After I collect the last souls, you can go back to the void from which you came. Ah, the void can wait. You're much better company anyways. But you are correct, there is only one leg left of our journey. The final 4 souls have revealed themselves to me. Where are they this time? 3 linger in spaces you have already tread, the village, the market, and the fields. And the 4th resides far to the north on the cold slopes of the mountain. I will track them down no matter where they try to hide. Marvelous! Okay, so we're gonna go... Actually, we're gonna start with the hawk in the fields. And if I finish this early enough, we're gonna go and do the hog. If I can finish in enough time. I think the hawk is over here. There we go. Can I talk to you? Oh there, ma'am. Hope you don't have business that way. The mill is in a spot of trouble. The mill, you say? Aye, so I do. I was just about to drop off my wheat to the nice couple that works there, but when I heard the ruckus, I thought it best to wait here. What ruckus? Are they beset by bandits? Worse, a businessman! The hawk is the land baron that owns most of the property around these parts. I saw him banging on the mill's door with a greedy look in his eyes. Trust me, it's best to lay low until the storm blows over unless you want to end up penniless. I have little use for coin, therefore nothing to lose. Perhaps I ought to see what the fuss is all about. New chapter. The Hawk. So investigate the impasse at the mill. Where there's labor, there's someone looking to take advantage of it. Wrong button. Well, hello, Twyla. By decree of the local bylaw, you must come out. Any who interfere with eviction of this property will face full legal consequences for obstruction of justice. As the stately tycoon hammers on the mill's door, the pair of shaking voices call out from a nearby window. Please, Master Hawk, we need a little more time. You've had ample opportunity to renegotiate our contract at the Civic Hall. This is no time for excuses. Now open this door at once. Ha! More miserable contracts. Drop the pretense, Hawk. You're nothing more than a crook in fancy clothes. Excuse me? But this business does not concern you, madam. Take your snide remarks and be off. I detect what a business earns my concern. Thank you very much. I'd like to hear the other side of the story for myself. If they insist on remaining locked inside, then I shall depart. But if I do not receive my payment at the bank soon, even a locked door won't stand in my way. The hawk steps smartly around you and off down the road back to the village, leaving a trail of dust in his wake. Huh, these poor millers. Can we start over again? These poor millers are still too shaken up to come out. I'll have to get in round the back somehow. Nope. Ooh, goody. Let's chop the cabbage. Let's chop the grunting cabbage. A hatchet might break this apart. Hidden hatch. Twyla's upset we are not letting her in the basement. How did you get in here? Did the hawk send you? We don't have anything left to give, we swear. Relax, I'm no thug. It seems you two are caught between a rock and a bureaucrat. Just how did you get in such a pickle? What's to tell? The hawk is our landlord, and we work this mill for him. We've always been on time with our payments, never missed them once. But that greedy tyrant has been steadily hiking up the cost. We've barely been able to feed ourselves and pay our dues, but we always manage to scrape by. Then this last month, he raised the rent again. And what's worse, someone broke in during the night and cracked our millstone. If we can't grind flour, we'll never be able to get the money. And now he says if we can't pay, he'll evict us. Awfully suspicion that your millstone was damaged right as the rent increased. Almost like he wants to get rid of you. We've explained the situation to him, but that man only has eyes for gold. Not a kernel of kindness resides in his heart. Well, let me take a look at that grinder of yours. A broken mill isn't much good to anyone, regardless of who owns it. Really? You do that for us? If the millstone was repaired, we might just be able to make enough flour before the deadline. Okay. You inspect the granite millstone and run your fingers along the wide crack that has rendered the device dysfunctional. Just as I thought. This appears to have been done on purpose. The heavy stone could be coaxed back together, but it will require strong bonding magic. I need a restorative doll, or a restorative idol, a snag vine, and cobblestone. So let's see. What is first? I've got enough for the restorative doll. And do I have... I need to make... Good, I got enough for that. Make that. Let's try this now. Restorative doll. You place the idol atop the old millstone. The vines wind their way neatly into the crack of the millstone, beginning to seal it anew. The cobblestones clunk down the face of the millstone. An omniscious creaking sound fills the mill as the grindstone begins to shift and warp. Then, with a bang like thunder, the crack on the stone snaps closed. The couple marvel at the millstone, running their hands over the smooth surface. It's been fixed? It's been fixed! The stone should be more durable than ever. I dare say it might even hold up to any future attempt of sabotage. Oh my, what a wonder! If it's all the same to you, we need to get our grain processed right away. The hawk has no patience when it comes to money. He'll already be back at the bank putting through the paperwork. I ought to talk some sense in that penny-pinching buzzard. If I go now, I'll intercept him at his office. So we can go out the same way we came in. There we go. You conniving knave. I know you sabotaged those poor millers' grindstone. So what if I did? The property value has gone up. If they can't afford the rent, it's up to me to find someone else who can. People like you will never be satisfied. You'll always want more and more. Tell me, Master Hawk, what in this world would sate your hunger for gold? Simple. The rumpling wood. The whatling? The rumpling, a precious fey alchemist. They say he's in possession of an alchemist stone that can turn whatever it touches into gold. If the legends are to be believed, the one to catch the rumpling would be paid his weight in gold. Then why not put your mind to catching the rumpling instead of harassing your poor tenants? Oh, believe me, I've tried. But he's a crafty fellow. I've only ever gotten my hands on a single clue, and I've got that locked up tight in my vault. Seems like you're robbing the world of an opportunity. Just because you can't find this rumpling fellow, no one else can? You eye the nearby vault suspiciously. The single guard looks simple enough to bypass. Okay. Bypass the bank guard. Whoa, that's far enough. Knowing it's in there on my watch. Okay. Let's see. There's like glamour. Okay. Okay, let's find the glamour. Only have 1, 4, 8, 13, 15 more spells to learn. Where do I have? I need that. Make that real quick. What else do I need? 2 of these. So I got enough to do that one. Now what else do I need? Okay. Gotta go to the swamp for that's one thing I did not get today. I hope everyone's doing good tonight and having a good night. Snagbine, okay. What do I know? Okay, can I make that now? I can. I'm here, might as well grab one. Cat feed time. Okay. What's going on? Every time I see this sheep, all I can think of is we got hippie sheep. While the guard is busy picking his fingernails, you quaff the fruity tasting elixir. Its masking effects tickle the tips of your toes with a tingling sensation. While you don't feel any different on the inside, you know your outward appearance has changed when the guard glances up at you. Oh, hey, Leonard. Leonard, is it time for my shift change already? Yeah, I'm here to relieve you. You better go and get some shut-eye while you still can. You don't gotta tell me twice. I feel like I've been on my feet all day long. Don't worry, I'll keep this vault nice and secure. You can count on me. Yeah, sure, just keep your back straight. The hawk's in a foul mood today for some reason. The guard stretches his shoulders and walks away, leaving you all alone with the bank vault. Hee hee. You find the hawk's treasure map framed with pride. It's little more than a tattered corner of a large hole. No wonder the hawk didn't get very far. This is barely a scrap. Squinting at the half-torn line work, you can make out the cartographer's description of a giant dragon bones with an X marking the spot. That carcass looks familiar. I wonder if it's the same one rotting out in the swamp. Guess the hawk never had much reason to go searching there. Not many real estate investments opportunities. Find the dragon bones in the swamp. Why is it always the swamp? Excuse me. I do not mean to yawn. Okay, now let's see where this dragon is. Fat Troll sits squarely in the middle of the bridge, busy scratching an itch on his back with a fallen tree. His unmatched girth blocks him out of the way. You big galoot. He shifts his mass and releases a loud fart as you attempt to circumvent him. Whew, fine, keep your bridge. I'll come back when the vapors have dissipated. Okay. Why do I think the dragon is over back where we started? Nope, not here. I think I know where that stupid dragon is. Ah! Yep, there it is. X marks the spot. I'll have to get rid of these old bones. So we need acidic unguent. I think I have that right here, and I have enough. The beast rock-like remains is dissolved into a disgusting white goo, leaving behind a conspicuous hidey hole. You reach your hand into the hole and pull out a single copper coin encrusted with grime. Take the coin. After scraping away the muck on the coin, you can barely make out the motto etched into the metal surface. To summon the alchemist to thee. At the Fey Ring you must pay the required fee. The Fey Ring, I wonder if it's referring to that overgrown mushroom patch in the forest. Let's kick them. Okay, we're gonna go to the forest, pick up some salt. And go to the forest and find the Fey Ring. Okay. Where is... Let's check the map. Okay. Now what is... It's a... Okay, let me... A floral wreath. Hold on a second. Salem! That deer just take off on my... What's this? That worthless coin said it would summon the rumpling, not some flowery deer. Hey! You take a closer look at the discarded floral branchler. One of the growing buds looks larger than the rest. It twitches when you poke it. Oh! Hello there. Looks like the sprout needs some fresh fairy water. There's no water at this fairy circle, but surely there are others about. I better go plant this thirsty fellow and see what happens. Visit the fairy lake in the fields. Yeah, Salem's now looking out the back window, so... And yes, I will let you guys know when Salem's surgery is, because I have a feeling if it's a day that I am streaming, I will not be streaming that day. Just to make sure I can keep an eye on him. Okay, where is this? In a part that I haven't been to before. Okay. Can't go that way. This bridge is down here. Yep. This looks just the place. Branch antler. You stick the budding branchler into the fertile soil of the fairy circle. The suspicious flower bud wiggles with glee, drinking up the magical pond water. After a few minutes, nothing else happens. Come on, I don't have time to watch flowers grow. Maybe I can just speed things along a bit. A little pick-me-up should be all that's needed. Hey, Salem, come here. No? Okay. So I need to do a growth potion. There's the growth potion. And I have everything I need. With the growth potion, you dip the invigorating fertilizer onto the stumpy branch and it shakes with energy. The ground trembles as roots rip out around your feet. Oh, that is so cute. You find yourself looking up at a rather odd little house that has grown out of the flower bud. An even odder little man sits on the porch glaring at you. Oh, will you just leave me be? I don't know how you managed to track me down, but please just go away. Hold on now, you've led me on quite the merry goose chase. You are the Rumpling, are you not? He sighs and cleans up a smudge off his spectacles. Congratulations, you caught me. The story is true then? I've caught you, and now you must grant me my weight in gold? Curious, that stupid legend. Look, sorry, you came all this way, but I don't do that stuff no more. I'm retired. These days I'm more into woodworking. Wouldn't you rather have a cute little birdhouse instead? I know a magical contract when I hear one. I found you fair and square, so cough up the gold, shorty. Ha! Too bad. They threw my alchemist stone into the bottomless lake. Without that stone to make gold, I'm as poor as a pauper. Why would you do that? Why'd you think? Because villains like you kept on trying to shake me down for money. All that rotten stone ever did was bring me misery. Well, I'm not leaving empty-handed. You created the alchemist stone in the first place. You must know how to make another. He blinks at you with his magnified eyes. You want an alchemist stone of your own? Well, okay. It's your funeral, lady. I've still got the distilling equipment in my workshop. Just bring me these ingredients to make a new alchemist stone. I need alchemist alloy, crystal newt spine, and a golden egg. Okay. Okay. Do I have anything? What I need? Nope, I have to get... Okay, I have to get up to the mountain somehow. Actually, no, I'm gonna go to the market. Let's go to the market first and get the stupid egg. Think you gotta get it from the goose. Okay, now I just gotta figure out how to get to the mountain. Let's check the village, maybe there's a way. Yay! 5 likes! Is there a way? There's the wolf. Passage down. Mountain pass. Okay. So, frozen treat and shears. Okay. Need one more mushroom. Where's a mushroom? Yeah, I just need one more mushroom. Okay. Okay, do I have enough to make the alchemist alloy? Yes, I do. Good. Okay, now what else do I need? The newt of the from the spines, crystal newt spines. So I'm gonna guess that's what that one thing was over here. You're not ready to go over that way yet. I need another snow sphere. Do I have enough to make one? Okay, now we need to find one more of those little cute Bobbers. Okay. You see? Quick exit around here somewhere. Yeah, whatever you want, dog. Yep, there it is. Okay. No less crudely constructed than the other snowmen that surround it, something is nevertheless off about this one in particular. Whether it's too many limbs, the stitched mouth, or the trio of antlers, it irresistibly beckons your touch. As soon as your fingertips touch its cold surface, it falls completely to pieces. So I've now opened... It is going good so far! There is a poll. If you guys haven't voted on the poll yet, I'm going to keep it open until stream ends. Okay, now we go back to the field. Hope you had a good day today, Zuzu. And I'm actually feeling brave enough to try voices other than my normal one. I'll see if I remember what voice I gave this guy. I've still got the distilling equipment. Just bring me these ingredients to make the alchemist dawn. Out on the alloy. The rumpling eyes light up at the sight of the alloy, and he rubs his fingers together in anticipation. Rumpling looks away from the newt's spine, gesturing vaguely to the ground beside him. You lay it nearby. Golden egg. You pass the golden egg into the hands of the rumpling. He receives it tentatively, as if it could hatch at any moment. Collecting all the components into his arms, the rumpling disappears into his little treehouse. You can't tell exactly what he's doing inside, but the sounds and smells emanating from the chimney makes you think it's better left unknown. He emerges sometime later with singed eyebrows and foggy glasses. Eureka! I've done it! He holds out the glowing emerald with a pair of iron tongs. Here, hee. Go ahead, it's yours. Take it. You appraise the glittering jewel. It's abnormally heavy in your hands. Very pretty. Little man's giggling abruptly stops as his face falters in disbelief. Oh, What's the matter? You seem disappointed. Oh, it's nothing. This is just not what I was expecting, is all. He strokes his beard thoughtfully. I guess I should have told you earlier, but there's a slight, curse to the stone? It can be touched by anyone whose heart is free of avarice. How convenient of you to leave that part out. Since you went to all the trouble of tracking me down, I just assumed you were in it for the gold. Oh my, no, I don't care much about the wretched stuff. This gold is meant for someone else. Well, I gave you what you asked for. Our deal is done. Now leave me in peace. All right. No need to be rude. I've got to bring this stone back to the millers. Okay. Oh, heck no. You get away from me. You're back. The hawk will return with his goons any minute now. Don't worry, I've got a solution to your monetary problems right here. You hold up the alchemist stone proudly. Oh, that's a very fine jewel, but I don't think that will be nearly enough to satisfy the hawk. Just stand by and watch. All this grain is just waiting to be spun into gold. The Rumpelstiltskin. Hey they. You place a stone into the barrel of grain and it melts through the kernels like butter. The barrels burst under the weight of the glittering gold coins spilling onto the floor. Wow, it's a miracle. Okay. There's one. Here's two. You touch the alchemist stone to a bushel of straw, and it's instantly transformed into a mound of sparkling riches. Amazing! I can't believe my eyes! Can I get some? You roll the alchemist stone into a bag of flour, and mountains of golden dust rip through the canvas. How is this possible? I've never seen so much gold in my life! Before the millers can so much as count a single coin, the door crashes open. The hawk strides in the mill, flanked by a pair of guards cracking their knuckles. Time's up. Where's my money? Yeah, pay up, squirts. Master Hawk, not to worry. We've got your payment right here. His eyes open wide at the sight of the piles of gold strewn about the mill. What? But how? Never you mind how. This should be more than enough to cover the cost of the miller's debts and the deed to the property. I don't understand, unless... No, it can't be. He points a hooked talon at you accusingly. You're the Rumpling. There's no other explanation. Guards, seize her. Two goons leap forward and grab you roughly by the arm. You're making a terrible mistake. Just take your money and leave these good people in peace. Don't play smart with me, imp. I know how legend goes. I've caught you, and now you must give me my weight in gold. Haha, I'm rich. I'll lock you up and squeeze you for every penny you've got. I'll be the wealthiest hawk in the entire kingdom. No, the entire world! Now, pay out my first installment, Rumpling. He outstretches his hand towards you greedily. As you wish. Give him the stone. No sooner does the cold stone touch the hawk's skin than a brilliant flash of yellow light engulfs the mill. When the light fades, the hawk stands before you, transmuted into a solid gold statue. What magic is this? Horrified, the two soldiers beat a hasty retreat through the door. What happened? Is he okay? You tuck the stone safely back into your satchel and give the hawk statue a pat. I think this should set you up nicely. Just don't go spending it all in one place. Thank you. How can we ever make this up to you? Live a rich and full life. That ought to be enough for anyone. You notice a stray feather glinting on the floor. You pluck the golden feather and run your fingers along the gleaming barbels. It makes the sound like coins falling into a wishing well. The soul of the hawk. This is my payment. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead. If nothing else, I'm going to get started on the hog. Hog. I think. Where's the marketplace? I believe the hog is. Yeah, the hog is in the market. If I would spell subscribe correctly. There we go. Clinging to a raggedy shawl, the old panhandler holds a tin cup with trembling palms. Alms for the poor. Give him a gold coin. You bow your head respectfully to the aged fellow, dropping in a coin into the cup. From under his ratty hood, the man gleams a silver-toothed grin. Thank you, kind miss. A penny for your thoughts? I'm afraid my thoughts are a little muddy as of late. Can't seem to recall what day it is, or when the last time I ate was. Last I remember, I was working at the old hog farm with other unfortunates. Not quite sure how I ended up back here on the streets. I've had more than a few memories abandon me as well. Say, I must have left a few of my things behind at the farm. I've misplaced my boot, and well, I can't remember what else. I don't suppose you'd be do me the kindness of taking a look around the place for me. I'm not as spry as I used to be. At the hog farm, you say? I guess it wouldn't hurt to take a peek. Maybe they have a lost and found. Bless your heart. I do remember that you'll need permission to get through the gates. Those hog sisters run a tight ship. You'll have to go talk to the big hog who runs the butcher shop in the market. She'll set you up at the work slip. Okay. We are going to the chopping block. Appropriate name for a meat store. A butcher shop. Chopping through a hunk of meat with a gigantic cleaver, the surly-looking swine merely grunts at you when you approach. Excuse me, I heard that you were the one to talk to about getting a work slip. That's what you heard? Well, you heard wrong. We got enough good-for-nothing workers. Now buzz off. You glance at the halo of flies buzzing around the pig's scalp. Listen, there must be some way to get a slip. Well, I am running low on ingredients to make summer sausage, and none of these nincompoops can hold two thoughts on their heads. Tell you what, you get me the things I need, and I'll give you the precious work slip. Okay, I need roast beef. Give her the eggs. You push the basket of eggs towards the hog. She holds each one up to the candle flame and oinks in apparent satisfaction. Okay, so I need roast beef and skipper scales. Okay. I need this. Then I can make that. I think the skipper sails, I'm gonna need that. Okay, so let's go to... I would not want to get my meat from that place. All the flies. No, thank you. Mm-mm. Go down to the docks and get those. I think it gets those from the fish with the feet. I love this game when fish have feet and women have little chicken feet. I mean, I just made a second one for nothing. If I can finish this one tonight, then next Thursday I will be able to finish the game, and then the week after we'll go to Dinkum. Tell you what, you get me the things I need, and like, okay, there's the roast beast. Past that. Your fishy catch still fluffs about, gasping for water, but the hog puts a stop to that with a hefty cleaver. Head up the market and go northeast and give this slip to my sis at the gate. The smell of hot dung ought to guide you to the spot. I can hardly contain myself. Well, go contain yourself at the hog farm before I lose my temper. She slaps the work slip down on the table. You take it, and you go. Is there anything in this chest? I'm sorry, why would anyone want to get their meat from a shop that has flies flying around it? Whoa there, no one gets into our hog farm without a work slip. And if you want to work for us, you gotta fit the demographic. And what demographic is that? The kind that don't ask so many stupid questions. Now, you got a work slip or not? You hand over the slip of paper and the hog squints at it with her little piggy eyes. Humph! You don't look like you can lift a wheelbarrow, let alone last a good day's work. You're nothing but skin and bones. I've got a work slip, don't I? So let me in. Fine, fine. It's no bacon off my back if you find yourself face down in the mud after your heart gives out. Okay. Search the pig farm for the beggar's belongings. Okay. This gaggle of workers appears to be squabbling over something. Hand it over. I saw it first. Bad chance. You've already got the good legs, those good leg wraps, while I'm still going barefoot. Give it here. You see the object of their contention, a dirty old boot. Ah, that must be my friend's forgotten piece of footwear. The workers ignore you and continue fighting over their pathetic prize. So I need to get elf shoes and growth potion. Okay, I can do. The slop trough is overflowing with filth like something is clogging the drain hole. A thorough cleaning should dislodge the obstacle. Purification water. Ugh. Can never remember where to get the ectoplasm. The ghost with the antlers. Okay. So, shiny lure, shiny lure. I need to make more of these. Make 5 of those. So, there we go. Make 2 of those. I will need 3 of them. Move it over there. Okay, let's find one more. I think there was one over here. Yep. Okay, so we're gonna go to the graveyard to get the stuff for the purification. How many? Just one. Okay. Yeah, let's go look for some bat wings. Actually, while I'm at it. Oh, this time I get to. Why is it when I was doing the rat thing, I was only getting one bat wing from a bat, and now I'm getting two? The logic in this game makes no sense. Okay. Got everything I need. Remove, there it is. Okay. Oh, don't tell me. Did I pick the wrong one? I think I picked the wrong building to enter. Yep, I did. Okay. So we're gonna go back. Hi, Todd. How's it going? Okay, so let's go do the purification first. That's not it. You flush out the disgusting container, eventually getting to the root of the drainage problem. Huh, that's odd. I doubt any of the pigs here around here had much dental work done. Yep. The workers ignore you and continue fighting over their pathetic prize. Give them the elf shoes. You put down the minuscule slippers. They won't be big enough for anybody. Okay. You pop the cork on the growth potion. You sprinkle a couple of carefully measured drops of the growth potion onto the tiny shoes. They make a sound like a popcorn and burst into a size much more accommodating to human feet. The bickering workers look over at the source of the noise and their eyes go wide. Hey, look! Are those new shoes? Dropping the old boot in the mud, they rush over to try on the new footwear. Check it out! They got jangly bells on the toes! Take the boot. Okay, so now I think I need to talk to one of the pigs. Ham. Okay, guess not. So where am I supposed to look for this? There. Okay. This particular pig looks a bit green in the face, and odorous emanating from it are somehow even worse than the local bouquet. What's the matter, Hamlet? Did you eat something that didn't agree with you? Some stomach medicine ought to sort you out, and I think I have. Yes, because I made too many the last time I used this. Stupid. Not the pickiest eater, the sick swine eagerly gobbles up the antacid you offer it. You hear a bubbling sound coming from the pig's stomach and decide it's best to avert your eyes from the horrors of the natural process. When you look back, the pig has fallen asleep in the mud, looking much happier with its state of being. You turn your attention to the aftermath and gawk in observation uh, and gawk at the obvious cause of the beast's indigestion. You sort through the collection of objects you've occurred: a silver tooth, a human bone, and chewed boot. Not sure what happened in this horrible place, but I've got suspicion that the old beggar may have lost more than just his memories here. You better go see him. He'll be missing his boot at the very least. Okay. Where's the beggar? Ah, you've returned. Did you have any luck finding my, what was it I lost again? You place the collected remains in front of the man. Do any of these look familiar to you? Oh, that's my favorite boot. I was wondering where that got off to, but what are these? The man runs his finger over the bone and silver tooth, with a creeping realization crossing his face. The skin begins to take on an ephemeral pallor. He dead. Am I dead? It would certainly appear that way. Don't feel too bad. These sort of things have a way of sneaking up on us. But I remember now. I was up at the hog farm, but I was too old, too weak to work. The sisters, they say I was useless. They threw me in the feed trough. And then, all those hungry pigs. Oh no, no, how could they do this to me? All my life I was starving. I had to beg for table scraps. And then they fed me to the pigs. I'm very sorry things ended this way. We ought to hold a feast to honor your life properly. A feast? I've never had a feast. Where would we get the food? And who would come? Everyone I know is slaving away for those horrible sows. You cast a glance at a nearby communal cooking pit. I think I have a solution to both those problems. Don't worry, I'll make sure you have a meal to remember. This pit has seen its fair share of community cookouts. Though it isn't in the best shape, it will be enough for what you have in mind. Now then, what should be on the menu? You clap your hands together hungrily. I think pork would be most appropriate. First, I'll have to fashion the proper container. A feast need not be flesh and blood if the spirit is hungry. I need to make a pork effigy. Okay, where is the pork effigy? Okay, so I need some go. Haunted Medic. I gotta get another one, some more. To get more bat wings. Okay. Back to the cemetery. Actually, hold on. What else do I need? I got the dough. I need one thing. Let's make that one. I just need the ectoplasm. Okay. I need to go to the forest and get some wood. And I think I know what I'm doing tomorrow. Between now and next Thursday is getting more wood. I don't have to keep going back and forth. And I'm praying that no more of the quests require ectoplasm. Oh, that one gives me 2 bat wings. Back up. There. With the pork effigy. You set the tiny false creature among the ashes of the cooking pit. It wriggles and it squeals with impotent hunger. Now to fatten this little piggy up. I'll start with the smallest pig sister, but I'll need to collect something special to bind her spirit. So I gotta go get a small pig switch. So go back to the farm. Hello, Mr. Mukau. Mm. You can hear the runty swine squealing even before you see her. Holding her crop high, she busies herself admonishing the closer poor workers. I ought to feed your useless rumps to the meat grinder, you filthy mongrels. Do we pay you to work or to sleep? They recoil from their taskmaster's lashes. You don't pay us at all. Say there, you seem to have gotten into an awful lot of use out of that grotty old switch. What would you say to a trade? What? A trade? I've had this whipper ever since I was a wee suckling. No way, no how am I giving up my precious little flog. I'm gonna make her a Lash Master 2000. Please let me have... Okay. I need to go get some of these. How many do I need? 2. So I might as well make 2 smoke bombs. And then go to the... This quest is going to take a little longer because I wasn't prepped for this quest tonight. Okay, to the swamp. Now let's go kill some skeeters. I'm gonna have to kill some more of those things. See if I can get 2 in one spot. I think if I go over here... the entrance. I think there's a chance that I could get two in one spot. Yep. 3! Wow. Okay, now kick the snail. Now we're gonna go to the field. Okay, I don't know if anybody here is a Doctor Who fan, but that right there reminds me of Cassandra from Doctor Who. And basically who Cassandra is, she is the self-proclaimed last human alive, which pretty much she is a piece of flesh, kind of set up how they do leather, you know, to stretch leather, with her eyes, nose, and mouth. That's all that's left of her. Okay. Okay, let's go look at those pumpkin dudes. Yeah, I already got those guys, so hopefully I don't need the turkeys anymore. Okay, and I think I need some more sticks. So let's go back to the forest and grab some more sticks. This game is a lot of back and forth, but it's a good story. And the first time I played it, I was kind of surprised by the ending of it. And I'm going to put this up here one more time. Gonna need at least 4 more pieces of wood. need one more of those bushes. Did I get everything I needed? Yes. Here, little piggy, piggy, piggy. Is that the Lashmaster 2000 with extra stinging barbs and rawhide non-slip grip? The one and only. I thought you were doing such an excellent job keeping these poor exploited souls under your hoof that you deserved a reward. She snatches the whip out of your hand with glee, tossing her old straw lash in the mud without a second glance. Not even saying thank you, she scampers off to test out her newly acquired motivational tool on unsuspecting farm workers. Okay, so return to the cooking pit. Okay, where's that? Cooking pit. You feed the ratty straw whip into the mouth of the porcine effigy. Despite the thing not having any teeth, you distinctly hear the sound of crunching as it chews its first meal. The effigy shudders, swells in size, becoming a healthy-sized piglet made of straw. One down, two to go. For this feast to go off without a hitch, I'll need to gather something important from this Swedish middle sister. The Tall Pigs Club. Hey you're the one who gave my little sister that souped up whipper, ain't ya? Well, I do twice as much work as that stinking twerp. This old beaten stick has served me well these long years, but if she gets an upgrade, then why shouldn't I? Magnum Browbeater. Okay, I need And actually, you know what? I think I'm gonna call it here for the night. I am actually getting really tired. So I'm gonna go ahead and end the poll. And it looks like we have 87% said yes to seeing Dinkum on this channel. So once we finish this game, Wytchwood, we are going to go ahead and start playing Dinkum. I'm gonna buy it probably this weekend and play around with it a little bit, but I'll start a new game when I am ready to start streaming. So with that, I'm going to again remind you this Saturday stream is now going to be at 12 noon Eastern Standard Time. I am part of a stream train that is going on in collaboration with April Honey, who has started a stream train that is going to be running on Friday and Saturday to help out the wonderful Triforce and his wife. So I will see you on Saturday again, 12 noon. We will be on Gallifrey working on my husband's island for the stream train. And if you can, please join us. We'd love to see you there. And in the meantime, you guys have a wonderful evening, and I will see you around online. Good night.